Hey everyone, John Oliver here. Tonight we're diving deep into the wild world of the US government, specifically the executive branch, the biggest branch of them all. But why is it so massive? What do all those people even do? Buckle up, because we're about to find out. The US government is a complex and sprawling entity, with the executive branch being one of its most intricate parts. This branch is responsible for implementing and enforcing the laws written by Congress, and it does so through a vast network of departments and agencies. At the top of this branch is the president, who acts as the head of state and government. The president is supported by the vice president, the cabinet, and numerous advisors. But the executive branch extends far beyond the White House. There are millions of federal employees working across the country and even around the world. These individuals are tasked with a wide range of responsibilities, from national security to public health and everything in between. Think of the executive branch as a giant roller coaster. It's thrilling, complex, and sometimes a bit overwhelming. But every twist and turn is crucial to keeping the ride, our country, on track. Running a country is no small feat. It requires coordination, precision, and a lot of hard work. Imagine trying to organize a massive event with millions of attendees, each with their own needs and concerns. That's what the executive branch does every day. It's like trying to herd cats. But instead of cats, it's millions of people, and instead of herding, it's governing. The executive branch must manage a diverse and dynamic population, ensuring that everyone's needs are met while maintaining order and stability. The executive branch is like a giant machine with tons of moving parts, all working, hopefully, to keep the country running smoothly. Each department and agency plays a specific role, from the Department of Defense to the Environmental Protection Agency. These agencies are responsible for a wide range of tasks. For example, the Food and Drug Administration ensures that our food and medications are safe, while the Environmental Protection Agency works to keep our air and water clean. But someone's got to do it, right? These public servants work tirelessly to ensure that our government functions effectively and efficiently. They are the unsung heroes who keep our country running. So, let's break down this bureaucratic behemoth and see what makes it tick. We'll explore the various departments and agencies and learn about the vital roles they play in our daily lives. Get ready for some serious government action. From the Department of Education to the Department of Homeland Security, each part of the executive branch is essential to the overall functioning of our government. So stay tuned as we delve into the inner workings of this fascinating and complex system. So, who's the big cheese of this whole executive branch shebang? Who's the person that everyone looks to for leadership, guidance, and decision-making at the highest level of government? You guessed it, the president. The president of the United States is not just a figurehead. They are the central figure in the executive branch of the government. But being president is more than just hanging out in the Oval Office and signing important-looking documents. It's about making critical decisions that affect the entire nation and even the world. It's a tough job with a ton of responsibilities. The president has to juggle multiple roles and wear many hats, often dealing with crises and challenges that come out of nowhere. First off, the president is the commander-in-chief of the military, which means they're in charge of the armed forces. This role requires making crucial decisions about national security, military strategy, and the deployment of troops. They also get to appoint judges to the Supreme Court, which is a pretty big deal. These appointments can shape the judicial landscape of the country for generations, influencing major legal decisions and interpretations of the Constitution. And let's not forget about veto power. The president can say nope to laws passed by Congress. This power acts as a check on legislative authority, ensuring that no law is enacted without the president's approval. But wait, there's more. The president also represents the United States on the world stage, meeting with other world leaders and negotiating treaties. This role involves diplomacy, international relations, and often delicate negotiations to maintain global peace and cooperation. It's a 24/7 job with no days off. Talk about pressure. The president has to be ready to respond to any situation at any time, whether it's a national emergency, a foreign policy crisis, or a domestic issue that needs immediate attention. The president also plays a crucial role in times of disaster and crisis, providing leadership and comfort to the nation. Whether it's a natural disaster, a terrorist attack, or a public health emergency, the president is expected to be the face of the nation's response and recovery efforts. And let's not forget the political aspect of the job. The president has to maintain public support, campaign for re-election, and work with Congress to pass legislation. This involves a lot of public appearances, speeches, and interactions with citizens and lawmakers. Despite the immense responsibilities, the president is also a person with a personal life. Balancing the demands of the job with family and personal time is a challenge that every president faces. Hosting state dinners, welcoming foreign dignitaries, and participating in ceremonial duties are also part of the president's role. These events are not just formalities, they are opportunities to strengthen international relationships and showcase the nation's culture and values. The president has to stay informed about a wide range of issues, from economic policies to national security threats. This requires constant briefings, strategy meetings, and consultations with experts and advisors. Signing bills into law is one of the most visible aspects of the president's job. Each signature represents a decision that can impact millions of lives, reflecting the president's vision and priorities for the country. The president also has to communicate with the public and the media, explaining policies, addressing concerns, and answering questions. This transparency is crucial for maintaining public trust and accountability. Working with Congress, including members of the opposition, is another key part of the president's job. Building bipartisan support and finding common ground are essential for passing legislation and governing effectively. The president also serves as a symbol of national unity and pride, often speaking at events that celebrate the country's history, values, and achievements. These moments remind us of the shared ideals that bind us together as a nation. In the end, being president is about more than just holding a title. It's about serving the people, making tough decisions, and striving to lead the country towards a better future. It's a role that demands dedication, resilience, and a deep commitment to the nation's well-being. Now, even the president needs a little help running the country. That's where the cabinet comes in. Think of them like the president's inner circle, a team of superheroes with specific superpowers. Each cabinet member is the head of a different department, like the Department of Defense or the Department of Education. These folks are experts in their fields and advise the president on important matters. They also oversee their departments and make sure things are running smoothly. It's like a well-oiled machine, with each part working together to keep the country moving forward. Let's talk about departments, the workhorses of the executive branch. These departments are the backbone of our government, ensuring that the policies and laws enacted by our leaders are implemented effectively and efficiently. They are the unsung heroes who keep the wheels of government turning smoothly. These are the guys who actually get things done. From drafting policies to executing programs, they are involved in every step of the process. Their work impacts our daily lives in countless ways, often without us even realizing it. Each department is responsible for a specific area, like education, transportation, or defense. This specialization allows them to focus on their unique missions and develop expertise in their respective fields. For instance, the Department of Education is dedicated to ensuring that our educational system is robust and effective. Think of it like this: the Department of Education makes sure kids are learning, providing resources and support to schools across the nation. They work on everything from curriculum standards to student loans, aiming to give every child a chance to succeed. The Department of Transportation keeps our roads and bridges in good shape, ensuring that we can travel safely and efficiently. They oversee the construction and maintenance of highways, bridges, and public transit systems, making sure that our infrastructure can support our daily commutes and long-distance travels. And the Department of Defense, well, defends the country. They are responsible for our national security, managing the armed forces, and coordinating efforts to protect us from threats both foreign and domestic. Their work is crucial in maintaining our safety and sovereignty. Each department has thousands of employees, from scientists and engineers to lawyers and accountants, all working together to fulfill their department's mission. These professionals bring their expertise and dedication to the table, collaborating to solve complex problems and deliver essential services, all working together to fulfill their department's mission. Their teamwork and coordination are key to achieving their goals, whether it's developing new technologies, enforcing laws, or providing public services. They rely on each other's skills and knowledge to get the job done. It's a massive undertaking, but someone's got to do it. The scale of their work is immense, and the impact they have on our society is profound. So next time you see a government building or hear about a new policy, remember the dedicated individuals behind the scenes working tirelessly to make it all happen. Section 5. Independent agencies, the lone wolves. Now, not everything in the executive branch fits neatly into a department. That's where independent agencies come in. These agencies operate outside of the cabinet departments and have a more specific focus. Some independent agencies like NASA are responsible for exploring the great unknown. Others, like the CIA, gather intelligence to keep the country safe. And then there's the EPA, which protects our environment from pollution. Independent agencies might not have the same high profile as cabinet departments, but they play a vital role in keeping the country running smoothly. Section 6. The EPA, protecting our planet. Let's take a closer look at one of these independent agencies, the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA for short. These folks are like the environmental superheroes of the government, fighting to keep our air and water clean and protecting us from harmful pollution. The EPA sets standards for air and water quality, makes sure companies are following environmental regulations, and cleans up hazardous waste sites. They're on the front lines of protecting our planet for future generations. Section 7. Activities, put on your thinking caps. Now that you know a little more about the executive branch, it's time to put on your thinking caps. Activity 1. Imagine you're the president for a day. What are the 3 most important things you would do? Activity 2. Choose one cabinet department and research what it does. Create a presentation or poster to share your findings with the class. Activity 3. What are some of the challenges faced by the EPA in protecting the environment? How can we as individuals help support their mission? Section 8. Conclusion, the executive branch in a nutshell. So there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour of the executive branch. From the president and their trusty cabinet to the departments and independent agencies working tirelessly behind the scenes, it's a complex and fascinating system. The executive branch might be big, but it's all part of a grand plan to keep our country running smoothly and protect the well-being of its citizens. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.